Hello everyone, this is Mamina and I'm here today to introduce you to 50 interesting children books about gratitude that you can read to your children, your class, or even share with your bookworm friends. You are hearing me from the StoryaKids YouTube channel, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. 50 books about gratitude. Number 1. Thank You, Elmo, written and illustrated by Ogumura. This is a picture book about Elmo who cooks a stew and shares it with their neighbors, and they show their gratitude by bringing her food. Number 2. The Giving a Snowman, written and illustrated by Julia Zhang. This pseudo story tells about a snowman who gives away literally everything he has to help others, like his hat, carrot nose, and stick arms. After the snowman has given everything away and melts, the rest of the characters work together to rebuild him. This book pairs perfectly with Thank You, Elmo, as they both have similar themes and storylines. Number 3. StoryaKids Giving Thanks by Amin and Mohammed Asser. StoryaKids discover their blessings, focusing on gratitude and a belief that these blessings come from God. Number 4. My Attitude of Gratitude, written by Melissa Wynn and Zorana Rafilovich and illustrated by Yana Waliskova. In this story, Grandma teaches her grandson how to cope with unfulfilled desires by making a gratitude jar into which to put reminders each night of everything good that has happened during the day. Number 5. It's a Springtime, a story by Rabia Bashir and illustrated by Ezra Momer. It's a book about being grateful to God for creating 4 seasons. Number 6. Gracias, Thanks, by Pat Mora and illustrated by John Parra. In this joyful book, a biracial boy narrates all the things he's thankful for, from the expected things to surprising. The illustrations include a range of multicultural children, so kids of all colors will see themselves represented in this book. Number 7. Last Stop on Market Street by Matt Dola Pena and illustrated by Christian Robinson. A boy asks his grandma questions about why they don't have a car or an iPad. The grandma says about the advantages of what they do have and encourages him to be thankful of positive aspects of lacking material goods. Number 8. The Alhamdulillah book, written by Mehnaz Ansha, Sajia Anwar, and Tayyaba Anwar. Alhamdulillah is an Islamic term that means all praise and thanks are for God. This book helps you and your child to connect the things you experience to the word Alhamdulillah. Number 9. It Could Always Be Worse, written and illustrated by Margaret Zemak. Who said reading about gratitude had to be serious? Read this very funny tale about a poor man who lives in an overcrowded house and at the same time brings the barn animals into his house that makes everything worse. Number 10. Thanks a Million, written by Nikki Grimes and illustrated by Cosby A. Cabrera. This is a collection of 16 poems that remind us how it feels great to be thankful and express our gratitude to others. I love the variety of poems, from haiku to riddle and couplets and more. Number 11. Giving Thanks, a Native American Good Morning Message, written by Chief Jake Suam and illustrated by Erwin Printop. With a message of peace and appreciation of nature. Traditionally, The messages are spoken in the morning and at ceremonial gatherings. A great way to start the day. Number 12. May we have enough to share. Written by Richard Van Camp. It is a board book for babies and toddlers full of photographs of happy children and their caregivers. It inspires readers to invite abundance into their lives, not for its own sake, but as a way to share with others. Number 13. Alhamdulillah for My Body, written by Yamna Nabi. This book will teach children about the anatomy of the human body while ensuring they praise and thank Allah for each blessing. Number 14. The Table Where Rich People Sit, by Bert Baylor and illustrated by Peter Parnell. A mountain girl lives in the desert and wonders what it would be like to earn money so she could buy expensive materials. After talking with her parents who invite her to ponder the value of the natural world, she learns how to appreciate what she has and the beauty around her. Number 15. My Heart Fills with Happiness, written by Monica Smith and illustrated by Julie Flatt. The text celebrates finding happiness and gratitude in the everyday events. It is full of joyful and colorful illustrations. Number 16. Bagels from Benny, written by Aubrey Davis and illustrated by Dusan Petricic. Benny loves to help his grandfather in his bagel shop. One day, Benny's grandfather says, "Don't thank me," to a customer, and Benny wants to know why. His grandfather explains that it is God who provided the ability to make the bagels. Number 17. Before We Eat, From Farm to Table, written by Pat Bryson and illustrated by Mary Azarian. It is a great choice to read before Thanksgiving dinner because it shows everyone participated in the process of bringing food to the table, from growing and transporting to selling and more. Number 18. The Little Girl Says Alhamdulillah, written by Rabia Gelgi. This is the story of a Muslim girl and her kitty who thinks that we have many things in our life to say Alhamdulillah. Number 19. I Am Thankful, written by Susie Capazzi and illustrated by Aaron Anton. We follow the adventures of a young boy through his Thanksgiving Day, from running to the turkey trot to helping his family bake pies. Number 20. Gratitude is My Superpower, written by Alicia Ortigo. Once a girl has her gratitude stone, she begins to appreciate everything she has and not focus on what she doesn't have. Number 21. Grow Grateful, written by Sage Foster Lesser. This book follows Kiko as she grows grateful through the story. She learns to focus on these small things and not focus on the scary things or things she feels she's missing. Number 22. Knots on a Counting Rope, written by Bill Martin Jr. A boy listens to the story of the day he was born from his grandfather. As the story goes on, we figure out that the boy is blind. And after that, discussion begins about being grateful for the taken for granted things like vision. Number 23. Allah Gave Us Thankful Hearts Alhamdulillah, by Sidi Nadia. Join the story of a little boy that doesn't forget to say Alhamdulillah as he goes through his day. Number 24. A Chair for My Mother, written by Vera B. Williams. This sweet story follows a small family after their home is burned down, causing them to lose everything. They work together to save their money to be able to afford a comfortable chair for Mama to sit on after a long day of work. Number 25. The Biggest House in the World by Leo Liani. This story is about a young snail who is unhappy with his small shell and wants the biggest one in the world. His father tells him a story about another snail who tried to make his shell better, but it ended in tragedy. The young snail realizes that maybe being grateful for what he has is better than constantly wanting more. Number 26. I Am Thankful, written and illustrated by Sherry Wall. This book shows how easy it is to be grateful for everything in life, even the little things. From waking up in the morning to enjoying the warm sun to going back to sleep and hugging your favorite teddy bear, there is always something to be thankful for. Number 27. Villa and the Bear, written and illustrated by Philomena O'Neill. One day, Villa finds her lost doll on the doorstep, placed there by the bear who found it. Villa wants to show gratitude for the bear's kindness, and so she makes the bear a companion for her very own. Number 28. Alhamdulillah for My Mommy, written by Nadia Ali and illustrated by Christina Muniz. This book's lyrical text tells of a baby girl's love for her mom, sending thanks to Allah for every step in her life. Number 29. Those Shoes, written and illustrated by Maribeth Gowelts. Jeremy wants a specific pair of shoes, but his grandma can only afford to buy him boots. He later finds the shoes at a thrift store, but they're too small. Despite this, he buys them anyway and is faced with a dilemma when he discovers that a classmate desperately needs the same shoes. This book encourages discussions about jealousy, compassion, and gratitude, highlighting the importance of being thankful for what you have and considering the needs of others. Number 30. The Blue Table from Green Willow Books, written and illustrated by Chris Roshka. Everything happens around the simple blue table and it's both magical and inviting. While Roshka never shows the people involved, he uses the blue table to show the love and daily events that happen there. Not surprisingly, the word thankful is at the center of it. Number 31. When Grandma Gives You a Lemon Tree by Jamie L.B. Dinehan. A young girl makes a list of birthday gifts she wants, but she's disappointed when her grandma gives her a lemon tree instead. The book is a humorous and unexpected tale that teaches children the importance of being grateful for what they receive, even if it's not what they wanted. Number 32. When Grandpa Gives You a Toolbox. The same by Jamie L.B. Dinehan. This book pairs with the previous book since it's about a young boy who is disappointed with a gift his grandfather gave him for his birthday. A toolbox when he really wanted a dollhouse. He learns how to accept an unwanted gift and keep an open mind about its value. Number 33. Alhamdulillah Saves the Day by Ukht Husna. What should we say even on a bad day? There are blessings everywhere, even if you are not aware. Discover the power of gratitude in this book. Number 34. The Marvelous Mud House is a story of finding fullness and joy by April Graney. The Smith family, who have plenty of material possessions, embark on a journey to Kenya and meet a family who lives in a mud house. Despite their limited resources, the Kenyan family is filled with joy and happiness. The Smiths realize that true happiness comes from being content with what they have, rather than always wanting more. Number 35. The Thank You Book by Mo Willems. From everyone's favorite Gerald and Piggy, they want to say thank you. Piggy wants to thank everyone, but Gerald is worried that Piggy will forget someone important. Read this book to find out more about what's happening in this story. Number 36. Apple Cake, A Gratitude, written by Don Casey and illustrated by Genevieve Godbout. This sweet story is written in rhyming verse about a child saying thank you for each gift from nature that contributes to the creation of a delicious apple cake. Number 37. Otis the tractor shares what he's grateful for around his farm, but he recognizes that he's most grateful for love. With grateful, classic, lovable characters, this is a great addition to the Otis series. Number 38. Thankful, written by Elaine Wickers and illustrated by Samantha Cotterill. Every year, when the first snow falls, a little girl makes a paper chain with something that she's grateful for written on each link of paper. Number 39. Musa and Friends Say Alhamdulillah, written by award-winning author Zainab Mian and illustrated by Daniel Hills. This is a collection of board books for preschoolers teaching them important Islamic concepts like gratitude. Number 40. Hakima and Hadi Say Alhamdulillah. Another series similar to Musa and Friends, teaching children the Islamic meaning of gratitude. Number 41. Thank You, Mr. Panda by Steve Anthony. Mr. Panda gives presents to all his animal friends, but unfortunately, none of them are quite right. Octopus gets 6 socks and Mouse receives a sweater that is way too big. Mr. Panda is the perfect way of teaching the importance of saying thank you for every gift, even and especially when it isn't quite what you wanted. Number 42. The Lion and the Mouse, written and illustrated by Jerry Pinkney. The Lion and the Mouse is a wordless picture book adaptation of one of Aesop's fables. Lion lets Mouse go after capturing her. In return, Mouse frees Lion when he becomes trapped in a hunter's net. This is an excellent book to approach the topic of gratitude and helping. Number 43. Grunt the Grizzly Learns to Be Grateful, written by Misty Black and illustrated by Anna Rankovich. Grunt is a grumpy bear always nagging about everything. His friends help him understand that he has the power to shift his focus from negativity to positivity and be grateful. Number 44. 5 Little Thank Yous. Written by Cindy Jean and illustrated by Don M. Cardona. Shaped like a handprint turkey art craft, this colorful rhyming board book is all about important things to be thankful for on Thanksgiving. Number 45. The Secret of Saying Thanks, written by Douglas Wood and illustrated by Greg Shedd. The heart that gives thanks is a happy one, for we cannot feel thankful and unhappy at the same time. The more we say thanks, the more we find to be thankful for. And the more we find to be thankful for, the happier we become. Need I say more? This is such a beautiful and lyrical children's book about gratitude. Number 46. Harvest Days, Giving Thanks Around the World by Kate DuPalma. This book highlights harvest festivals around the world where thanks is given. A great multicultural pick. Number 47. Salim the Cat Learns to Say Alhamdulillah by Samira Sajjad. Join Salim the Cat as he learns about the importance of Alhamdulillah, a reminder to appreciate the blessing in his life, whether big or small, and always be thankful to God. Number 48. Look and Be Grateful by my favorite author, Tommy DuPaola. Imagine waking each morning and starting your morning with gratitude. That's just what happens in this book. Number 49. Thank You, Neighbor by Ruth Chan. This is such an amazing book to help children learn to show appreciation for our community helpers. We love the way this simple story shows us to have gratitude for all of the people who make our neighborhoods special, from the mail carriers to the firemen and women to the sanitation workers. This children's book about gratitude is great for young kids. Number 50. And last but not the least is Gratitude Soup by Olivia Rosewood Violet. A purple fairy learns how to make gratitude soup by thinking of all the things, people, places, and experiences that she's grateful for, putting them in an imaginary soup pot. Sounds wonderful, yeah? And that's it. I hope you enjoy reading them all. Please subscribe to StoryaKids for more videos, including book introductions, free read-a-lot sessions, and more.